Hi guys, so I'm going to attempt to change the ND filter with the original lenses. So you can put them inside the case just like this, but you got to think, I've already got one on, but it's not strong enough, so I want to put a stronger one on. It's really bright out here. By the way, this iPhone doesn't have an ND filter. I did this on purpose so you can see what it's like without one. So I guess I would like to take it off this way, but there's only one place to stick your finger. It's on the left side, and it's kind of hard. So I got to juggle this and then get the other one out without dropping it. Put that on. Putting it on is easy because there's the magnets, and then drop that on, and we're done. Have you been thinking about getting the Insta360 Luna Ultra ND filters? There weren't third-party lenses available yet, and I had a trip to Okinawa. So Okinawa is very bright, so I wanted some ND filters, and I got the Insta360. Also, I wanted quality ND filters because low-quality ones, especially the variable ND filters, where you can change the darkness, have a tendency to have like an X in the picture and it's visible. So I wanted to get high quality ND filters, so I got the Insta360. The case is really nice. The quality is really nice, but as I was vlogging on my trip on the way to Okinawa, it was really cumbersome. They're very hard to get out of the camera. Okay, I kind of got tired of changing ND filters every time I came in and out of some place. I drop them a lot. There are two sides to the ND filter, but there's only one side that has a place where you can catch your nail on it to take them off, to take them out of the camera or even out of the case. By the way, in case you're wondering, if you get the creator kit, it comes with the wide angle lens here, but you can put the normal, you can put any filter in here. The ND filters work, the CF, all of them seem to, CPL, they all seem to work. The KNF filters have a spot to hook your fingernail on both sides, and that makes it a lot easier to use. Another thing I felt with this was like every time I walked in and out of a dark place, I had to change the filters, and I was hoping that the automatic exposure compensation on the camera would be okay, but it wasn't working well. Another good point is that these have ND4, ND16, and ND64. So ND64 is a good number for Okinawa because it's really bright. The KNFs don't go that far, only go to 32. The KNFs, I went with these just because it was such a pain in the butt changing. These are about half the price of the Insta360 NDs. Also, you don't only get an ND, you also get the CPL, a CPL filter. If you don't know, you use it for like if you want to see through a car window or any window actually that has a reflection, or if you're taking the ocean and you want to cut through the reflection of the sun on the ocean. And then it also includes the ND filter that is included is variable, so you don't have to take it off every time you want to change it. You just move your finger on it. I'm looking forward to testing that. But on the negative side, it only goes to 32. So it's half of what the Insta360 Max ND does. We'll see how that goes. And then this also comes with a dark mist filter. So it kind of takes some of the sharpness away. I don't think you'll notice a difference in here. Oh, by the way, I'm using the iLog with the Leica Vivid settings. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will test these tomorrow. I think I can test them. I'll walk around. I live in Japan, so I'll test them in Japan with maybe on some temples or just some street walking in Japan. If you like Japan, you're interested in seeing video and culture from Japan, that's my main target for here on this channel. But I also like to go over the camera equipment that I use for the vlogging. So if you're interested in that, I hope you'll join me on my journey. Thanks for watching.